Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me. So today I want to start out with a story. This one is called The Elephant and the Hummingbird. One day, an elephant saw a hummingbird lying on its back with its tiny feet up in the air. "What are you doing?" asked the elephant. The hummingbird replied, "I heard that the sky might fall today, so I am ready to hold it up should it fall." The elephant laughed cruelly. "Do you really think," he said, "that those tiny feet could hold up the sky?" The hummingbird kept his feet up in the air, intent on his purpose as he replied, "Not alone, but each one of us must do what he can, and this is what I can do." So while this parable does really also tie into anything like teamwork and, working together and that type of thing, it also does point out that everyone has only a certain amount of capabilities in their control. And so when it comes down to it, when you are working on any type of goal, you are going to have to rely on the capabilities that you have and the specific things that are special to you. So, for example, in this situation, if the hummingbird thought to himself, okay, the only person that can ever help with this goal is that elephant, then he would feel pretty defeated, and just the goal of trying to help fix the sky and save the world is just going to be something that he feels is just not possible for him whatsoever. If he's looking at his weaknesses instead of his strengths and not just tackling the problem at hand with all of his gusto. So that's something I just wanted to point out, because I think so many people waste so much time looking for the thing, and whether that's the diet or the exercise program, but they just imagine that there's this perfect little plan, this situation that's going to present itself, that's just everything falls into place, everything just clicks home, and they're going to have to find that specific thing in order to get to their goals, to even bother starting on their goals. When in reality, all you need to do in that moment is do what you can. Look at what you have at your disposal. Look at the tools that you have, the opportunities that you have, the time that you have, even if that seems so, tiny or just not even close to where you would like it to be. It doesn't make a difference, because again, we're talking about the big picture. We're talking about your overall mentality, and success inspires success. Have you ever had a situation where you're just like, let's just use something simple, cleaning the house. Maybe you're just like, I am just so exhausted. There's just no way I can tackle the whole house today, but you know what? Let me just clean out the dishwasher. And then next thing you know, you clean out the dishwasher and you're like, oh, you know what? Let me put this stuff away on the counter. It's right here. I'm on a roll. Let me just keep going. And then you see something else and you start on that, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And because you just thought to yourself, let me just do this one little thing, and you didn't make it into a big thing, and you didn't say to yourself, all right, I'm going to get the entire house clean all in this 1 minute. You very well might have done way more than you set out to do. And why did you do that? Because you just got started. You put one foot in front of the other. You faced the task in front of you that you thought was perfectly within your capabilities, and you tackled it. And then most often you realize after you tackled it, oh, you know what? That really wasn't that big of a deal. That wasn't that challenging. Let me go ahead. I can do a little bit more. I can do a little bit more. And just the fact that you are doing, in the doing, it creates the inspiration and the motivation, and it helps you realize what you're truly capable of. And as you continue to do, that's when you can start to slowly but surely set the bar a little bit higher, a little bit more. Push for a little bit better. Push for one more thing. Maybe one day you just focus on drinking a lot of water, and you're like, you know what? That was good. I did it, and I ended up eating far less just because I was, so full of water basically. And that wasn't too challenging. So the next day or maybe even you just do that for a week. It doesn't have to be, this, again, very structured, rigid, set thing. You just now try for the next best thing. Okay, well, let me do my water. Let me start tracking my steps. Let me see how many I get. Oh, cool. Okay, today I got 2,500. Let me aim for 3,000 tomorrow, and just make it small and simple. And again, we've talked about this in another episode, but if you keep your goal small and you make it, basically cut it in half, and just keep it so that it's that tantalizing little carrot that's right in front of your nose, dangling right there. It's that tiny, one step at a time, tackling that mountain just by looking down at your feet and saying, you know what, let me just take one step. Let me just take one step, one more step. Hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad. I can take 2 more steps. I can take 5 more steps. But not looking up ahead of you, looking at the peak of that mountain and discouraging yourself by thinking that it all needs to be tackled all at once, all in one fell swoop. And that will give you the mentality of, you know what? I'm just going to sit down and wait for the helicopter. So I just want you to think about doing what you can. Don't think about the big picture in the sense of like the huge heavy burden that is the entire weight loss goal. Just think to yourself, what can I do today? What is within my capability? What is something that I can tackle? Start small and then build on that. Every time you complete one little task, let that inspire you and encourage you and make you feel that feeling of pride. And then start to build on that. Think about not, the frustrations or the things that you're feeling like you need to do still that are on your to-do list ahead. Just think about what you can accomplish in this moment and then let yourself actually truly resonate with the pride of the fact that you just accomplished that thing. And then let those good feelings perpetuate the next good thing and the next good thing. And let's build everything in a nice solid foundation in a simple way that is truly comfortable for you. And that is how you're going to slowly but surely put one foot in front of the other and climb that mountain in a simple, comfortable way that isn't overwhelming or too terrifying. And you might be surprised at just how far you can go when you trust yourself and break it down into smaller, simpler goals. Do what you can. You've got this.